Hey guys, welcome back to Funworld and Art. Today I'm going to be painting a Christmas-inspired painting of a Christmas tree. So let's get started. For this painting, you will be needing a canvas. I'm using a stretched canvas. It is a 9 by 12. You will be needing masking tape. I have some masking tape on the borders, as you can see here. You don't have to do the masking tape, but I don't like having to do the edges, and I think it looks pretty, so I use the masking tape. You will also be needing water, tissues, some really big brush, and a bunch of small brushes, and you will be needing palette knives. If you don't have palette knives, you can use something else for mixing your colors, but I prefer a palette knife. I have numbers 1 through 5 here. I'm probably going to be using the number 1 today. You will also be needing acrylic paints. I'm using the Monty Mart acrylic paints. If you don't have Monty Mart, you can use apple barrel, whatever acrylic paints you have. Now let's look at what colors you will be needing. You will be needing a palette knife, and you will be needing the colors yellow, red, phthalo blue, deep cayenne blue, and titanium white. So now let's get started. For this painting, we will be having an ombre, so it'll be like all snow white at the bottom. You might want to use your palette knife to make a little indent and where you want the snow. I'm going to just estimate about maybe halfway right there. And now let's start. For the top, we're going to be needing to make a very murky color. So I'm going to be using the color blue. So first I'm going to be making the very murky color at the very top. And it has to be very murky and dark. And you will be using this color a whole lot. So you do want to make like a whole lot of it. And you want to be generous with that. So I'm going to use some blue, deep cayenne blue. I'm going to be adding some white, mix that up. And I want this lighter. Okay, now since I want it murky, I'm going to add a bit of red. Don't turn it green. And I'm gonna add just a bit of phthalo. Red. If you want it to get murky, add red. Phthalo blue. Now I'm gonna do something you probably shouldn't. I'm going to add a little bit of black. Now the reason you shouldn't do it is because black is a very strong color. It can ruin it all. This is almost perfect, but I want it a bit more murkier and darker. I'm going to add just a bit of black to help bring out some of that murkiness. So here I have my murkiness colored mix. I like it this shade of murky, so now I'm going to spread it out on the top. First, you want to take whatever's left on your palette knife and put that on the top, so you're not wasting any paint, because you want to save as much of this as possible, because this is the color we're going to be using a whole lot in this painting. I'm just going to start applying that to the top. This is going to be like a blizzard painting. Now I just added a bit of black and blended that in, and I think that really helped in making it small. So now I'm going to take this and add just a little bit of white and mix that up. Wipe your brush and blend that together. Take more white and add it to the side. Try not to mix it in with the whole thing because you do want some of the dark color left too. There we go, now you got that nice mixable shade. Try not to wash your brush off because you do want some of that natural blue coming in. And now I'm going to put all white on the bottom. You just want to have fun. This is not about being perfect. If you have a family member or a relative you really care about and you're not sure what to give them on Christmas, you can give them this. It's going to be the perfect gift. They'll love it. And it's a really, really, really simple painting, in my opinion. Now I'm going to take a clean brush and use that to blend out the white. You might want to add a bit more white to make it look nice and natural, because like this is the snow, so it should be like maybe white, but you do want some of that blue there, so that's why I'm going over it with the white, and I'm not trying to like completely cover it because the blue looks natural and you want that natural looking snow. This is a 2-inch brush that I'm using right now, and I'm going to clear it up. Get my 3-inch brush. Use that to blend this out. Okay, there we go. That looks pretty good. That's clean. Now I'm going to wait for that to dry. And while I'm waiting for that to dry, you can add a little bit extra white on the bottom. You do want to add extra white on the bottom because it's the bottom where the snow is the best. There we go. Now I'm going to let that dry. And while you're letting it dry, you should wash your brushes off, but do not take this color away. It's very important. I will see you guys in a bit. Okay, so I know it's only been like a second for you. It's been 20 minutes for me, and it's all dry. So first of all, we're going to have a couple far off trees in the distance, which are going to be really, really light and really, really small. Then we're going to have some closer trees, which are going to be a bit bigger. And then we're going to have a big tree in the front, which is going to be the darkest and the biggest. So first we want to start with the trees off in the back. And to make that effect that they're in the back, we're going to make them super duper small and super duper light. So you have this color that you mixed before. You take white and you add it to that color and you make it light. Because this is off in the distance, so you want it really light. But not too light, just like light enough to kind of blend in with the background a bit. Okay, I think this is good. So we're going to start off. I want a little tree here and then I'm going to just make this a triangle. And now, so for the little things, you just want to make like little lines. Okay, there we have one little tree far off in the distance, and I want it even lighter, so I'm going to add more white to my mixture. And so now for the top, since last time it came out a little thick, I'm going to be using a bit of a finer brush because I need the bristles on this brush. Okay, there's one little tree off in the distance. So now I'm going to make the trees that are going to be closer, and I'm going to make those using a darker shade of blue. So basically just the same blue as before, except I just mixed it all in. Now it's dark. Make our little line. Goes all the way to the top. And then make it just a little bit triangle. You want to make the bottom a bit thicker than the top. And then start out like that and just slowly. There we go, there's one little tree done. And I'm going to make some more. I'm going to make this even darker now by adding some more blue. Shade blue. Big strokes and make them smaller as you slowly climb the ladder. Then go upwards as you go up too. Go and maybe one right over here to kind of overlap. Make this overlap a bit to make it look natural. So now we have these trees, and as you can see, I really liked how this turned out because you can see that the lighter trees in the back a bit, and they look like they're like way off in the distance, and these are a bit bigger, and then the big one in the center will be like the masterpiece. And these in the back, you want them to look very light. I know you can't see much detail, but that's how you want it. You don't want to see too much of them. And the trees are not perfect either, because I mean, no tree is perfect, so it's really hard to mess it up. I mean, there's really no way to mess it up. So now we're going to wait for this to dry, and then we're going to add some shading, and we're going to make the big tree in the middle. Now we're going to do the big tree in the middle. So for that, I've got in green and I added a hint of black. So now it's dark. We're going to make a big line, and I'm going to do it from maybe about here to, let's say, here. Yeah, I like that. So I'm just going to connect this. Nice. There we go. And now I'm going to use my brush to just make I have a mixture of titanium white and some blue, just like a very light hint of blue. And I'm just going to mix that together to get this kind of dark white. Start at the top. And just give it where you think it's messy, just add a little bit more. And you don't want to exactly brush it, you want to dab. Okay, so now we have this side done, and I'm going to clean my brush, and now you want to grab pure white. Like, you don't want to use the same white as before, you want to start a new batch of white. You can see the difference in the color here, and how this is way lighter this side. That's because we want it to look like the sun or whatever your light source is like directly hitting it this side. Now I'm going to take some of the other way, some of the back in, and like blend it here kind of. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I am going to take some of our glue from before. I have some right here and right here I have this blue, and I'm going to take white and I'm going to add this white on. Make it kind of lighter, and I'm going to add it here. It looks like there's some snow back here, the trees at the back. Just brush it on. You want to dab, you don't want to stroke, you want to dab, because when you dab you get more texture. Okay, there we go. So now we want to create little shadows. So for that, I'm going to use the same brush here, and I'm going to take the same color I had from before, the blue that I had from before, scoop it up from the sides, right here. If you want, you can make it look like there are some footsteps. I know those don't really look like footsteps, but I can make them. There we go. And now, since it's still drying, you can use some of your leftover white and you can make little dots here and there for the blizzard. Using the end of a brush is what I'm doing. You can do something else too if you don't like the end of the brush look. Add some little snows with my toothbrush, and I'm just adding it with my paintbrush. If you want, over here you can just do it, whatever you can. You can make some sled. Yeah, I'm gonna make a sled to cover up that mess. So since I don't like the little mess I made on the bottom, I'm going to try to cover that up by writing Merry Christmas. Then I'm going to use red to make a little heart. So now I'm going to make a little star at the top. And since you could barely see yellow over yellow, because I forgot that it's hard to see yellow over yellow, I'm going to go over it with some golden. Give it a little golden. Okay, so now all that's left to do is my signature. So we're going to do that now. There we go. And there you have it. There's your Merry Christmas painting. Oh, but first let's take off the masking tape. Okay, so that is the end of this painting. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a big thumbs up. Let us know in the comments down below what you want to see in the future. And if you have any questions, again, this is a perfect gift for a family member because it's super easy. Thank you for watching. Bye!